We live in a world designed for distraction. Notifications, alerts, endless feeds of information. Our attention is being pulled in a million different directions, every single second of every single day. We try to be great at 100 things, but we end up being mediocre at all of them. We work hard, we work long hours, but at the end of the day, we feel like we've gone nowhere. Because the most valuable currency in this modern world is not money. It is not talent. It is not connections. It is focus. To achieve anything extraordinary, you must stay focused. In this video, I want to talk about two very important concepts: staying focused and staying relentless. Now let me start with the first part of this discussion about focus, because if you don't have focus, then there's really no point in even talking about relentlessness, because you wouldn't be able to sustain it. So let's talk about focus. I remember reading this quote a long time ago from Brian Tracy, and he said that focus is the ability to say no to 100 good things so that you can say yes to one great thing. Now, this resonated with me so much because if you look at our lives, we are bombarded every single day with opportunities, with options, with things that we could do. But in order to actually accomplish something great, you have to turn down 100 good things in order to be able to pursue the one great thing. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. You see, before you do something great, you have to stop doing a lot of other things. And this is where focus becomes so incredibly important. Now, this is kind of like a combination between the concept of focus and also opportunity, which brings us to the next point. There is a famous proverb that says, "A jack of all trades is a master of none." This means that if you spread yourself too thin, trying to do a little bit of everything, you won't be able to excel at anything. And this is what's happening to so many people in our generation. You see, if you look at the greatest men that have ever lived, they didn't do a little bit of everything. They were not jacks of all trades. They were masters of one. They poured their entire being into one particular area. And that's what allowed them to become the best in the world at it. Take, for example, Leonardo da Vinci. He was not just a painter. He was arguably the greatest painter of all time. He wasn't just a scientist. He was one of the most brilliant scientists who had ever lived. He wasn't just an inventor. He was one of the most prolific inventors of his time. But he didn't spread himself too thin. He focused on one area at a time. And that's how he became a master. And that's exactly what you need to do in your life. Stop trying to do a little bit of everything and start focusing on one thing at a time. If you want to become great at something, if you want to become the best in the world at something, you have to give it your full, undivided attention. You have to be able to concentrate your energy and your resources into one particular area and pursue it relentlessly. That's the only way you're going to be able to achieve greatness. There's a famous quote that says, "A fool with a plan can beat a genius with no plan." What does this mean? This means that even if you are not the smartest or the most talented person in the room, you can still come out ahead if you have a good plan and you stick to it. And that plan starts with focus. Now, the second part of this discussion is about relentlessness. Once you've identified the thing that you're going to focus on, once you've decided that this is the thing that you're going to pursue relentlessly, you have to cultivate the mindset of relentlessness. And this is where things get difficult because here's the harsh truth about life. Life is not fair. Life is not equal. And sometimes, no matter how hard you work, no matter how talented you are, no matter how focused you are, things are just not going to go your way. Things are not always going to go according to plan. And that's where the concept of relentlessness comes in. Because relentlessness is the ability to keep going when things don't go your way. It is the ability to dust yourself off and start again when you fall. It is the ability to push forward when everyone else has given up on you. You see, life is not always easy. It's not always fair. And sometimes you're going to face obstacles and challenges that seem insurmountable. But that's where relentlessness becomes so important. It's the difference between giving up and making it. It's the difference between being a success and being a failure. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is just a few steps. It's the difference between walking through that door and not walking through that door. It's the difference between raising your hand and not raising your hand. It's the difference between taking that first step and not taking that first step. And the only way you can bridge that gap, the only way you can make sure that you don't fall on the wrong side of that equation is by cultivating a relentless spirit. You see, the path to greatness is never easy. There will always be obstacles. There will always be challenges. There will always be people who doubt you. But the only way you can overcome those obstacles, the only way you can prove those people wrong, the only way you can make your dreams come true is by becoming relentless. And the beautiful thing about relentlessness is that it's a habit. It's a mindset that you can cultivate. It's a discipline that you can develop. It's not something that you're born with. You can learn it. You can practice it. You can develop it. And once you have it, it becomes such a powerful force in your life that it propels you forward no matter what. The key to becoming relentless is to never, ever, ever give up on yourself. No matter what happens, no matter how difficult things get, no matter how many times you fall, you have to pick yourself up and start again. You have to have the courage to face your fears, the strength to overcome your obstacles, and the determination to keep moving forward. And here's the secret to sustaining your focus and your relentlessness, and that is to constantly remind yourself of your purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? What are you trying to accomplish? What is your mission? When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, when you have a burning desire to achieve your goals, that becomes the fuel that keeps you going. You see, life is tough. There's no denying that. But it's also beautiful. It's full of wonder. It's full of adventure. It's full of possibilities. And the only way you can experience all those things, the only way you can truly live a life that you're proud of, is by embracing the journey, by enjoying the process, by learning from your mistakes and adapting along the way. And that's the key to becoming successful, not just in business, but in life. Stop doing 100 things at once. Stop allowing your energy to be pulled away by 1,000 distractions. Stop trying to be good at everything. Instead, choose one thing, one goal, one mission, and pour your entire being into it. Block out the noise, ignore the critics, and push forward with an unwavering, unyielding, absolute conviction that you will not stop until the work is done. And when you do that, when you focus and you become relentless, that's when you truly become unstoppable. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this video? What do you think it takes to become successful, not just in business, but in life? Leave a comment down below and let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.